Welcome to your Driving Force Success Tips. I'm Rod Cleef, and I'm thrilled you're here. This is where I share with you the most valuable things I've learned about the psychology of success. 80% of your success in anything is your psychology, and only 20% is the actual mechanics. These weekly success tips, combined with my interviews with real estate experts, are designed to provide you with all the tools you need to be a success in real estate and build your own cash flow machine. If you like what you hear on these segments, please subscribe to us on iTunes. Hey guys, I'm thrilled you're here. I have to tell you, I am always so humbled, and it makes me feel so good when some of you go to iTunes and leave us a 5-star rating and review. If you don't know, these ratings and reviews actually help our rankings and help me entice better people to interview to the show. So, if you like what you're hearing, please take a minute, go to iTunes and leave us a 5-star rating and review. And every week I try to give shout-outs to a couple of the people that left reviews, so let me just do that real quick. Joe Harker says, I'm new to this podcast, but I thoroughly enjoyed the handful of episodes I've listened to. Success versus fulfillment was particularly inspirational. I'll definitely make time weekly to listen to this podcast to gain the insights of Rod and his guests. Keep up the great work. Thanks for that, Joe. Somebody named Shola said, I love the episode with Albert Bariz and also the episode on peer group design, as I like to call it. And basically, it was called The Power of Your Peer Group. But thank you for that, Shola. And it says it's clear. He or she says it's clear that the host is successful and experienced, unlike many other podcasts. And this shows in the questions he asks. I also love hearing about your philanthropy and mindset work. Great job. Keep it up, and thanks for your service. Thank you so much, Shola. So anyway, guys, if you like what you hear, please take a second. Literally only takes a minute to go over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review. All right, well, let's get this show on the road. This week's episode is about the power and value of mentors. And guys, you need mentors. Wikipedia says mentorship is a relationship in which a more experienced or more knowledgeable person helps to guide a less experienced or less knowledgeable person. The mentor can be older or younger, it doesn't matter, than the person being mentored. But they have to have a certain area of expertise, like real estate investing. Now, mentorship is a learning and development partnership between someone with vast experience and someone who wants to learn. And that's an important piece. You have to want to learn, and they have to know that you want to learn. Now, the person that's getting the mentorship can be called a prodigy or an apprentice, or I guess the latest word is mentee. Now, there's some great organizations out there for businesses, people that start a business, and real estate is a business. One of them is called SCORE, S-C-O-R-E, and they have a large network of volunteer business mentors, and that might not be a bad source. But having mentors throughout your career is necessary for getting the motivation and feedback you need to take your approach to the next level. Now, and if you want to cut the learning curve and avoid mistakes, get mentors. Now, when questioned about their careers, you'll find most successful entrepreneurs credit a mentor or mentors. Nobody learns in a vacuum. And it's the people that are out there that have the ability to sponge up the wisdom of others. And then even better, when the time is right, they pay it forward by becoming mentors themselves. Now, those are the people that set themselves apart. Now, LinkedIn asked some high-level entrepreneurs to share their personal mentorship experience in their series, The Mentor Who Shaped Me. And they asked General Motors CEO Mary Barra about mentorship. And she said that her career, hasn't been shaped by just one or two mentors. Instead, it's been influenced by a network of mentors. Some executives, she says, credit one or two key people for coaching them to success, but I believe effective mentoring takes a network, and I couldn't agree more, guys. I have multiple networks in different aspects of my life, from business to personal to everything from IT to sales to marketing. I have mentors in every one of those areas. And different people, they see different aspects of us as we progress in our careers, and they can help us handle, the opportunities and the challenges along the way. It's important when you're building your network of mentors to be honest about your goals, your mid and long-term goals, and again, how hard you're willing to work to achieve them. Then you go to those that know you or your work, and you earn their respect and trust. So they'll extend themselves to you with confidence and help you become, or will become your professional champions. So on the flip side, again, the key to being a good mentor is to help people become more of who they are, not make them more like you, for those of you that have already mentoring somebody. Mike Bloomberg, the mayor and billionaire that was the mayor of New York, credits much of his success to the late William Solomon, the managing partner at Salomon Brothers, where Bloomberg started his career as a trader. And Bloomberg says Solomon didn't teach by lecturing. He taught by leading and led by example. He was always first one in the office. He was a good listener. And he didn't manage by consensus. He was his own man, made his own decisions. And when Bloomberg left Solomon, he took all those lessons he learned from him, and he wrote, over the course of my career, I've learned more about management from Billy than I have from anyone else. And the company I started, and those of you who don't know, it's a multi-billion-dollar company, was built on those lessons. Even though Salomon Brothers didn't survive, the code that this Billy lived by did, and it still does in all of us. And another thing, mentorship can also just consist of the right comment at the right time. Shark Tank's Robert Herjavec likes to talk about his conversation with his then boss, Warren Avis. Now, Warren Avis was the founder of Avis Rent-A-Car. And Avis led Herjavec to an office window and pointed down to a hot dog vendor down there on the street, and he told him that he was acting like that vendor, pushing product and doing all the work to make a living. Avis then said, you need to be the guy supplying the dogs to all the vendors if you ever want to scale. Now, although Avis was never a formal mentor to Herjavec, he taught him one of the most valuable lessons of his career. So guys, you got to be out there like sponges listening, because one phrase like that can change your life. Now, a mentor can lead you through the tough times when you fail at something and can share examples of failures that they've survived. And too often people blindly make the mistake of choosing one person to be their mentor who's just simply further along in their career. And this is really easy to do at the RIA groups. But, I personally believe you should have more than one. You should find multiple mentors, like I said. And, like right now, I'm in 2 mastermind groups, and every one of the guys in there I consider a mentor. I help them with some things, and they help me with some things. We mentor each other. Now, again, it's important to be purposeful with the mentors you're working with. They have to know that you're putting the effort in. And so that's very, very important. They have to know you're serious about learning. Now, a diverse group of like-minded mentors can help you see problems and opportunities from multiple perspectives. They'll each have a different perspective, and they can help you in growing your real estate investing business and teach you how to provide value to others. Now, it's important for you to have a strong understanding of what you're looking for in a mentor, and that's only going to happen by knowing yourself and your preferences and really looking as well as what you want to accomplish in real estate. And finding the right people, starts with that self-awareness about your strengths and weaknesses so you can understand how others can help you. So it's important, guys, to listen to the conversations inside and outside of the real estate industry, to find like-minded professionals worth connecting with. See who's sharing stuff on social media, listen to podcasts, read articles, go to the RIA groups and the meetup groups and talk to people, network. There's nothing quite like meeting people face to face to give, these people a strong sense of who you are and for you to feel out who you might connect with naturally. And honestly, going to these events and groups is the best way to meet multiple real estate-minded people all at the same time, which can help you streamline the process. But realize that there's no shortcut. You have to take your time and find the right fit. Now, it's always also helpful if you can provide value of some sort to your, people that you want to mentor you. If you have a skill or trade that might be of benefit or, some wisdom on your own, you guys all have things that you can add value. And if you can add value to a potential mentor, that's even better in some fashion. So network through your existing connections. If you've already got some sort of a network, ask your friends and colleagues to introduce you to others that they think you'll get along with in multifamily real estate investing. If you're trying to reach a particular person but don't know how to connect with them, use LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook to see, maybe if they're connected to someone that you already know and ask them for an introduction. I tell you, finding the right mentors can be a fulfilling process, resulting in lifelong relationships with these people that truly have your best interests at heart. So spend the time necessary to find a diverse group of mentors that reflect who you are and where you want to go. This is Rod Cleef, and I'll see you at the top.